Hey guys, how is it going? If you know me, you know that I am an avid Battlefield fan. I've been playing since, what was it, Tobruk? That came out on the demo disc for 1942, so it's been a while. I've been playing since I was like 8 or 10 years old, so I am an avid fan, obviously. But let's get into Battlefield 6, what we know, what are rumors, and what we hope might be true, and some speculation as far as stuff that I would like to see myself. But let's get into this. So far as confirmed things go, we have a holiday 2021 release goal, which actually should work out really well if you consider that Battlefield will be coming out hopefully during a lull in Call of Duty. And that will fill in a pretty massive space in the market if it does well. And it's got 4 studios behind it: DICE LA, Criterion, and Gothenburg. That really means that the live service is likely to have a ton of support and likely to have a ton of cosmetics, bundles, maps, things that'll keep the game progressing long after it comes out, hopefully. We've also been told we're going to see more players than ever. This is kind of hinting at the 128 player limit, which means 64 on 64, which would be absolutely fantastic. But, I mean, Battlefield's been doing Battle Royale since the original thing, right? It's just, they have a formula that works really well, and I would love to see these larger games end up being like MAG, which had 256, or PlanetSide 2, which had 2,000 players in 2012. Just a weird time to be alive where we're getting back to stuff like that. But this is only likely possible on next-gen and PC, which means that PS4 players and last-gen Xbox players are going to have a little bit of a hard time maybe finding lobbies once people start progressing on the new systems, if they go that route. I could see them segmenting maps, basically, so like Xbox One and PS4 could only play on 64 player maps or less, which would obviously long term just kind of split the player base, but you know, we'll see how they handle it. So Tom Henderson has put forth a lot of information for the Battlefield community, and he offers some really unique insight. So if you do feel like looking more into these rumors and leaks, follow him in the link down in the description. But I'm going to talk about the leaked trailer really quick, in which we saw some interesting things and kind of gives some light on what the game potentially is going to be and where they're aiming it towards. So let's get into that. So the first thing you see is some Osprey aircraft. These are likely just easier to control than helicopters and normal jets. It is an island oasis with sunny skies on one side and extreme weather on the other. This is implying weather change during a match, which could mean that it's either scripted for like the entire game, so every time you get down to 3 minutes left, there's weather that wipes the map clean of all players. I could definitely see that being a thing to push players off the map and just wipe the map. But the next thing you see is a down pilot sequence. This was supposedly confirmed in Battlefield 5, but obviously it never happened. It's probably just a cosmetic and cinematic type of thing just for the launch event. The rocket launch sequence with a tornado and what we're assuming is going to be the Osprey cockpit. Just a very clean looking cockpit, very Battlefield 4-esque, just nice looking. All you need and what you can see, and you're good to go. And then finally you see the rocket structure fall away from the rocket as the rocket launches. This again implying the Frostbite engine's powerful need to break stuff up, which makes the Battlefield games so much more satisfying to play than Call of Duty on occasion. Then we notice a lot of what looks like robotic-y looking things running around. I'm just very curious to see what's going on. It's super grainy, so it could be just the bad resolution. There's lots of this trailer going on that I'm very curious about. But all that kind of comes to a head when you start looking at the rumors of the campaign. So if you play through the Battlefield campaigns, you know that they have had a myriad of different styles of campaigns. In 1942 and 2142, you got a small snippet of information, and then you just played in a bot lobby until the end of the game. Battlefield Bad Company, you got your first story, your unique personalities and skills, just the first structured story, but still kind of open world. Bad Company 2, you had on-rail segments, a super modern style, a Modern Warfare-esque campaign. Very well done, great campaign. Battlefield 2, 3, 4, 5, all kind of have the same super nice campaign. Just kind of on rails-ish at that point. But then Battlefield Hardline, which I'm not sure we call a Battlefield title. Just like Battlefield 2142, I think is Titanfall 0.5, but we can discuss that in another video if you guys want to. But Hardline was not a Battlefield game. I don't care what they say. But all of that kind of means that if they're doing an entire rework of the brand, they're going to bring the best together, which means Bad Company had probably one of the best stories around, and I could see them adopting that solo group, working for other players or working for other companies and other countries, and just dominating that space through a private military corporation type of thing. That just seems like the way that I would go to avoid any country affiliation right now in just the way of international politics. But the campaign rumors, though, are basically about that. It's like you build a squad of specialists and you work for different countries, and that's a Tom Henderson leak as far as I'm aware. It just seems like that's very much the way they're going to avoid conflict, and I could see them going that way. With the Battle Royale being either not coming or coming in 2022 from the rumors that we're hearing, if they do launch one, I could see it being on the tail end of Battle Royale being the thing. We've had Battle Royales for a very long time at this point. It's almost time for something to step in, either change the game or kill Battle Royales entirely. And I think that we're probably the next 2, 3, 4 years out from that happening. And maybe Battlefield coming back in full Battlefield fashion is the thing to do that. If people are going back to Ground War and really enjoying it, playing Battlefield 4 and really enjoying it. But, I mean, I'm curious to see where things go from here. But if you guys like this video, give it a like. If you guys want to see more Call of Duty content and more Battlefield content, be sure to subscribe. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you around.